Hello everybody, welcome to the basics of HTML. Today I'm going to show you how to make a basic website. To start off with, the software that I'm using is called Notepad++. It is a free software. I'll put the link in the description if you want to download the software, but let's get started on making the website. Once you open a new tab, the first thing you have to have in every website is an opening tag, which is a less than sign, a exclamation point, and doc type HTML, and then a closing tag, which is a greater than sign. An opening and closing tag will be used many times throughout making a website, so just remember that. And then after that, you have to just press enter, and you start another opening tag, HTML, closing tag, and then after that, you put a head tag, and press enter, put a title tag, and then the title tag is what will show up in the title bar or the tab in the internet. So then you just don't put any tags and just write what the title of you want your website to be. And then you have to put a closing tag, so it's a /title. And then you're going to put a closing head tag, /head. And then you're going to open up a body tag. And that's what's going to show up in your actual website. And then if you want to put a heading, you put a header tag 1, so H1, which will be the heading. And then once you do H1, you type your heading. I'm just going to make this very basic to show what will show up in the website. And then you have to close it, /H1. Then you, on the 8th line, I'm gonna put a horizontal line. So to make a line to separate the heading from the text, you put HR, which means horizontal rule. And then you might want to put a break, BR, to put spacing between everything. And then, if you want to put text, you're going to put a P tag. Sorry about that. You're going to put a P tag and then type what you want. So, I'm going to type the tag P shows the text in a website. Alright, then you have to close the P tag, so you put the tag /P, and then that's pretty basic, but if you want to end it off, you put a /, then you end the body tag, then you end the HTML tag. That's basically it, and let's check out our website. So first you have to save it. You have to hit File, Save As, but there's a couple more steps. So I'm going to just name it, but you have to be very careful. You have to put .html or else it will not work. You have to hit what type. You have to go to all types. So you put what your website is, .html, all types. And I'm just going to save mine in my libraries. And there it is. So I'm going to save it, and it'll show in your Notepad++, it'll have blue as the tags. You have to make sure all the tags are in blue. And yeah. So let's check out our website. So you're going to save your website, or you don't really have to, but then what you want to do is go to your folder, and you're going to find the website that you just saved, and you're going to click on it, double click on it, and it will pop up a new tab in the internet. This is not live in the internet. You will not be able to look up your website, but this is what it will look like. So, as I said in the head tag, we put a title, my website, that's going to show up in this tab up here. And then the heading, we put H1 in it. It's a pretty big heading. It's right here. It says my heading. Then we put a horizontal rule, which is this line right here. And then we put a break, so it puts some space, and a P tag, which shows the text. And then that's the most basic website. And yeah, if you want to put a photo in there, then what you're going to do is going to find a photo that you want, and I'm going to put a photography photo. So I have this picture of a camera right here, Canon space SX520, and it's a JPEG. You have to remember what kind of image it is. So then you'll go back to your Notepad++, and you're gonna enter. You're gonna put IMG space SRC, which means image source. You have to put equals a quote mark, and then you have to put what your image was. Mine was a Canon space SX520, and then once you do that, you have to put dot JPEG if it was a JPEG, if it was a PNG, dot PNG, and so on. That's very important. So I put image source equals what it's quotation, what it's called, dot the type, in this case JPEG, and quotation marks, and just save your website, and let's see if this worked. No, it did not. Alright, if it does not work, go back to your image, make sure everything is correct, and let's see. I don't know. Huh. That's weird. Oh, I know why. So, you have to make sure that the image you saved is exactly where your website is, so in the folder or so on. So in the folder or the library, see how it's saved in the where my website is in the library. So now let's see if that worked. There we go. It's kind of big though. So this will put an image into your website, making sure that it is in the same library so that you do not make the same mistake that I did. So now if you notice my website, the image is quite large. To change that, what you want to do is you're going to, after the quotation mark, space width equals quotation mark, I'm going to put 400 pixels, and then another quotation mark, space height equals, and then I'm gonna put, let's make it squared, so 400 pixels, another quotation mark, save it. Let's see how good that looks. There we go. Now if you see that my image is a little distorted, just change that accordingly. I'm just gonna put the width at 500, see if that helps. Alright, that helped a lot. There you go. Thanks for watching how to make a basic website. I hope this helped you. Please check out some of my other videos making more changes to your website, and see ya.